Do you have the courage to be disliked? And this is gonna be the topic of this video. And I have a really interesting story that has to do with music and an artist called T-Pain. And I don't know if you're familiar with his music, but he was one of the first guys to use this new thing called autotune. And it's this computer software that can alter your voice into this kind of a robotic, it's like a new type of sound. And when T-Pain started to create this kind of music, there was a lot of backfire from the music industry, and even like big artists like Usher and different rappers were like, that's just horrible, why are you doing that? And it's like he got so much shit, and I think there's a documentary on Netflix about it, and he got so much shit, and he was so bombarded with negativity that he almost kind of just stopped doing it. But then he somehow found this inner power and be like, this is what I want to do, and this is what makes me feel good. And he actually was pretty successful, but people were still dissing, like from the industry. So people from the inside weren't ready for this new type of thing, and they were like, no, we are not used to doing things like that, so we need to kind of control this guy, and you need to do as we do. And the funny thing is that a few years later, Kanye West created an album that was full of autotune, and then suddenly it was accepted. And till this day, people are still like, yeah, T-Pain, he was that autotune guy. But people don't realize that he was the one who actually started. He was the one, the most brave of them all, that went against an industry and created something new. And today, it's widely used. It's like, it's just normal. It's a part of the whole music industry. So the courage to be disliked is sometimes needed to create something new. And this has to do with creativity. How bold are you in your creative outlets? Because if you're going inside the rules that other people tell you to do, there isn't much innovation. There isn't much space for something new to be created. And I feel that I'm in a slightly similar situation. I'm not completely sure if I should just follow my intuition and do what I want to do and the way I want to do it, or if I should start editing more, if I should start scripting more, if I should start doing all these things that this is how you do YouTube videos or create videos in general. I know how they're done. I have formal training, so to speak, but that means that I can also start to break the rules because I know what the rules are. And if I feel that my creation becomes what I aim it to be by speaking spontaneously and creating content just as I am, that's enough. If someone doesn't like it, if anyone doesn't like it, that's totally fine because I create it for me. It is for you, and if you can get value out of this, I'm really stoked. But I create it because I want to create it this way. And this brings to mind Rick Rubin, who says that when creating art or creating anything, music, anything, the audience comes last. And I know a lot of people get triggered by this. It's like, no, you need to do it for the audience. You need to serve the audience. And yes and no. Because if you only give people what they want, then we end up in a world full of McDonald's and cheap shit and just garbage. That's where we're at now. So why would I want to continue to contribute into that world when I can imagine and see in my head something better? And I want to contribute to the new thing. I want to be the guy who is hated for doing something different. And yes, I know I'm not coming up with the wheel again. I'm just doing something that feels easy for me, that I feel has a purpose, and that other people actually can benefit from. But I'm not gonna start doing things if someone says that, hey, to get more views, you need to start doing this. Look at this guy, or do as this says. Nope. Nope. And only by being stubborn and being kind of true to yourself, you will find your own way and your own purpose, and you can actually make a change. Imagine like this large crowd, and most people follow this crowd, and they're like, yeah, we need to do this. We need to live in cities. We need to have these things, and so on. There's a paradise outside that city. There's in the woods, there's like these, everything's free, everything's nice, everything's cool. But nobody goes there because there's a common belief that we have to follow the crowd. Isn't that silly? When you get this image and you're like, wow, what's in the unknown? Hey, should we go there? And only the brave people who actually take action and go to these unknown territories will find the gold, will find the magic, because the magic only lives in the unknown. So whatever situation you are in, think about it. Are you doing what you actually want? Are you following your own creativity, the way you see things to be? Or do you do things as supposed to? This is how you need to do it. If you don't do it like I do it, then you get in trouble. That's controlling. And that's someone who probably wants to sell you something, and they're like, you need to do it this way. Otherwise, no, you can't do it. Don't think for yourself. Sounds like government, right? So this video is just a really simple reminder that go and do the crazy thing you have in your mind. Go and do the crazy thing you have in your heart. Create something that isn't here yet. Do something new. Don't be afraid to be hated, because when you do that, you have a slight chance of actually doing something great. And if you don't take that chance to do something great, then you can just blend in with the masses and be this mediocre person, and that's fine too. But if you want to do something great, you have to be willing to take risks and do the stuff that no one else dares to do. And luckily, there's a lot of people doing those brave things at the moment, and you can find a community of like-minded people and just kind of get the support, and that way you will be more brave. But if you want to stay in the masses and go there, that's totally fine with me. But if you want to actually do something brave, courageous, and follow your inner voice, you should follow this channel, because there's more coming from where this came from. My name is Mitz, your future purpose, here to help you find more courage, passion, joy, excitement, purpose in your life. I'll see you in a future video.